What's up, guys? Alright, I'm sorry this chapter 540 review is coming out so late. I honestly had no idea that the chapter was even out. Everything I looked up online said the chapter's coming out next week. It's supposed to be released next week. And then even all day today, I've been looking up online on Google's, just basically searching chapter 540 for Fairy Tale. And I got nothing, just basically the spoilers. That was it, no actual chapter. I didn't find out the chapter was out until I saw someone else's review online on YouTube. I was like, oh, so the chapter's out, so let me do another Google search real quick. Still didn't find anything. Decided, all right, I'm just going to go to every website I can find until I actually find a chapter. And eventually I did, so yeah. Sorry, if the chapter came out hours ago. If I had known, I would have uploaded this video already, but we're here now. This is what we're doing. Alright, so this chapter basically just set up the fight that everyone's been waiting for a while now, and that is Acnologia versus the 7 Dragon Slayers. The fight that's been hyped up since Acnologia's introduction into the series, and ever since we found out that only Dragon Slayer magic can affect dragons, and we got all Dragon Slayers. This fight has been hyped up so much that I have been waiting for it. It's the final fight of the series. We're going to see this go down. I can't wait to see what happens. Now, I want to mention something that I mentioned in my last review, and that is basically I had the theory that if Acnologia survived the time-lapse magic by eating it, that meant that Ichia and Anna had to survive it as well. And we find out in the chapter that, yeah, they did survive it. They actually come falling out the crack in the sky, just like Acnologia did. They fell right in front of Urza and on them. And Anna basically serves to push the plot along in the chapter. She basically gives the exposition to the characters outside of the time-lapse dimension, whatever that Acnologia and Dragon Slayers are in. And she says, alright, listen. Right now, Acnologia's mind and his body have been separated. Basically, his mind is taking its own form in the time-lapse dimension, and the Dragon Slayers have to take care of him. While his body is basically just going on a rampage, endless destruction. We had to stop that, or at least prolong it long enough so that the Dragon Slayers can defeat him in the time-lapse magic. And that's basically where they come to a conclusion in this chapter. That while the Dragon Slayers are fighting Acnologia's mind, they had to fight his actual physical body in the real world. Which I don't really know how they're going to do that, because even Dragon Slayers aren't really that really of a match for Acnologia. And we've already been confirmed that no other magic actually has effect on dragons besides Dragon Slayer magic. I mean, maybe Urza has a chance because she's the actual daughter of a dragon. So maybe she has some kind of Urza's already basically been considered god tier at this point. So maybe she has a chance to, prolonging the fight between Acnologia and stopping them from, destroying the world. But I don't really see how the rest of them are going to have any effect on him. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how any of them besides Urza are actually going to do anything in this fight, but I'm sure they'll find a way. I'm sure they'll find a way to at least, hold them back long enough for the Dragon Slayers to defeat them in a time lapse. Now, speaking of Dragon Slayers, alright, when we're in the time lapse and we see all the Dragon Slayers encased in crystal, and Acnologia's he's basically giving the same exposition that Anna gave to the other characters to Natsu. And we see Natsu basically being encased inside the same crystal that the rest of the Dragon Slayers are. Natsu's basically saying that, oh shit, my right arm doesn't work or this is the right actually, my right arm doesn't work anymore, I can't fight back. Agnolia's like, dude, you just fought against Zeref. You went all out against Zeref and won. You're lucky only your right arm doesn't work anymore. You should be dead, basically. And that's basically what it comes down to. Natsu's right arm's not working. He's basically about to be encased in the crystal. And then out of nowhere, his right arm actually starts to work again. He uses his flame magic to escape it. And then he's like, alright, what the fuck just happened? Then we find out that Wendy it's implied that Wendy healed him, or healed his right arm so that he could use it. And we see her and the rest of the Dragon Slayers come out of the encasing, and they're like, hey, let's fight. And that's basically all that happens in the chapter. So yeah, the chapter basically served to set up the final fight, give us exposition of what's basically happening at this point in the story and what the stakes are. And honestly, not much else actually happened in the chapter. This chapter was, 17, 18 pages? It could have been condensed down to 5 pages, 3 to 5 pages, and then the rest of it being the actual fight, the beginning of it. We didn't really need this entire chapter to set up what's going on, because we got the explanation of what's happening 2 times in this chapter. Actually, no, 3 times. We got Anna explaining it, we got Mess explaining it to the rest of the Fairy Tail Guild, which, by the way, welcome back, Mess. Where the fuck have you been since you fucked up with August a few chapters ago? Haven't seen you since then. Where have you been? We could have used you a couple times. But yeah, basically just set up that. And then we got Acnologia describing it too. We didn't need explanation of what's going on in this chapter 3 times. We could have just got it once, got to set up to what's going on, and then moved on to the actual fight. Now, that being said, there were some pretty cool and badass moments in this chapter. Like Wendy had the most badass moment in this entire chapter, where she's the first one out of the crystal. She's like, hey Natsu, what's up? Healed your arm, let's fight. And basically the reason why she got out of the crystal while all the Dragon Slayers got out is they actually it was implied like the power of friendship thing. They heard the voices of the people they care about most calling out to them, gave them the power or the strength to fight back from the crystal, escape from it. And basically it's like, alright, come on, we got all 7 Dragon Slayers here. We will take down this motherfucker and we're getting the fuck out of here. We had a few comedic moments in the chapter. I think at one point Angel says that I have no idea what the fuck's going on. And when I read that part, which they were this was like the third time they were explaining what the fuck the plot is at this point, and she was like, "Alright, I'm completely lost. I don't understand what's going on." I was like, "Really? You don't know what's going on? We already got the explanation 3 times. How the fuck do you not understand this at this point?" Then I remember to myself, "Oh wait, she hasn't heard the other 2 explanations. This is her first time hearing it." So of course she's a little bit lost. But yeah, this chapter really did not need to explain what's going on 3 times. We just needed the 1 time, maybe 2 times at most. We could have easily started the fight in this chapter. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't. But whatever. I am looking forward to next week's chapter though, because that means we're actually finally starting to fight. We got to fight on 2 fronts. We got to fight between the 7 Dragon Slayers and Acnologias, like mind, body, whatever you want to call it. And we got the actual fight between like the rest of Fairy Tail, the rest of the wizards in Magnolia, and Acnologia's actual body. Like I said, I don't know exactly what what anyone besides Urza can actually do to him. But it's going to be an epic fight nonetheless. Now, bring back to that point where I don't think anyone besides Urza can actually do anything in this fight. Maybe Anna could help out, and maybe Makarov, since he's actually no Makarov. If he gets involved in this fight, then he has to actually officially die. He has to actually officially die. But yeah, that's the point I want to bring up. Someone has to die fighting Acnologia's body, because no one besides maybe Urza can stand a chance against fighting him. Even Jalal was fighting him, and Jalal got fucking wiped out. And nothing Jalal did. His ultimate magic had no effect on Acnologia. And Jalal's one of the strongest characters they have in that little lineup. So if he didn't do shit, no one else in that lineup can do shit besides maybe Urza. And if that's the case, then someone has to die in that fight. Someone has to die in the Dragon Slayer fight. Now, most likely it's going to be Cobra or someone who actually doesn't have that big of a standing. Like, Jalal's not going to die. Not Jalal. Gajil's not going to die. Because he has Levy and Lily waiting for him. Nasi's not going to die because he's the main character. Wendy's not going to die. At least I hope Wendy's not going to die. I doubt Sting and Rogue are going to die just because, they're the second most likely characters. Laxus, I don't think he's going to die because he has all of the Thunder Tribe waiting for him. Cobra only has, I guess he has his entire guild waiting for him too, but the most likely characters are Cobra, Cobra, Sting, and Rogue. Those are the most likely 3 to die, if any one of them are going to die. I actually don't really think any of the Dragon Slayers are going to die, but I will call bullshit if one of them at least doesn't get severely hurt in this fight. But yeah, that's pretty much all that happens in the chapter. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.